Die, monster! You do not belong in this world. It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute. Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves. Perhaps the same could be said of all religions. Your words are empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you. What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. Enough talk! How about you? Well, I just wanted to recreate one of my favorite scenes ever in gaming. The introduction of Castlevania, Symphony of the Night. And hello everybody, 'tis I, Johnny Coyote, and welcome to my archive. And I know it's a bit early, but I just wanted to start it. But this is Game of the Week, episode 29, the Castlevania Metroidvanias. Since I don't want to type that out, I'm just going to call this the Castlevania RPGs. Same thing. Anyway, the series, the Metroidvanias, got their glorious start back in 1997 with this classic. And believe it or not, this was my first ever PlayStation 1 game. Still original copy that I have. I first got my PS1 back in 2012. Yeah, I know. I was starting early. I was only like 19 or something. But yeah, I've been wanting to play this game ever since I was a kid. And I finally got it at the time. And I love this game. I really love this game. You play as Dracula's son, Alucard, going through the castle, fighting monsters, collecting weapons, and try to fight the forces of Dracula. But anyway, if you never played this thing, where the hell have you been living? Anyway, let's see here. And I also got some re-releases. I know this is beat up, but this is Castlevania, the Dracula X Chronicles, which includes Rondo of Blood. I think this is like the first time we ever got that game here. It was like a PC Engine exclusive. But yeah, and also Symphony of the Night. So yeah, that's pretty cool. 2 games in one. And it also got another re-release with the, whoops, something in there rattling? Oh, okay, it's just a card. The Castlevania Requiem Collection. That just has Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood. Like I said, I love Symphony of the Night, and also the other games that came out with. First of all, we got ourselves Castlevania, Circle of the Moon, where that game, if I'm remembering correctly, it originally was planned for the PlayStation 1, but then I believe they just decided to put it as a portable game. This game is all right. It's actually not really considered part of the canon or whatever. But you play as a guy called Nathan Graves, and you go through, like Dracula's castle, of course. And it has an interesting little system where all your magic attacks are based around cards or something. You have to collect cards which drop from random monsters, and 2 of them I've never gotten to this day, the Holy and the Dark Magic cards. But anyway, this is a good one. Now, then in 2002, we got ourselves Castlevania, Harmony of Dissonance. The only one in the franchise, only one of these Metroidvanias where we actually play as a Belmont. Juiced Belmont, if you could see that guy with the white hair. But yeah, it's another one of these games where you play as Simon Belmont's grandson, and going through, of course, castle, trying to rescue a girl that's been kidnapped unintentionally by his friend's dark side. I don't want to spoil anything else, but this is great. Now, one of my favorite games in the franchise, seriously, Castlevania, Aria of Sorrow, where it takes place in the year 2035. And hold on. You play as Soma Cruz, who somehow gets trapped in Dracula's castle that was somehow trapped in a lunar eclipse somehow. And this is also like the start of the War of 1999, of when Dracula died or whatever. Like, this is like the first of that issue. Like, Konami, we need a Castlevania game where we actually get to see the War of 1999. We need to see how Julius Belmont kills Dracula. Anyway, I love this game. And I love the game so much, I had to get the Castlevania Advance Collection with Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Distance, Aria of Sorrow, and for some reason Dracula X, a Super Nintendo game, which is like a harder version of Rondo of Blood. And no, I don't have that game. I'm not made out of money. But anyway, like, out of the 3 covers, I chose to have the Aria Sorrow cover on this thing. Is there anything interesting here? Not really, but look inside here. We get to see Nathan Graves, Juiced Belmont, I think that's how you pronounce it, Soma Cruz, and Richter. And now we're getting to the DS games. First, we get ourselves Dawn of Sorrow, that takes place 1 year after Aria of Sorrow. And again, you play as Soma Cruz going through a castle hunting down cultists whose 2 members are trying to become the new Dracula or something. But yeah, it is a good game, but one thing that really grinds my gears is that frickin' glyph system, or whatever you call it, the sigils or whatever. Or you had to draw on a touchscreen and you had to be frickin' accurate with your swipes. And if you're not, the boss pretty much regains half, or if not all, his health. Assholes. I am super happy that the Dominus collection turned that into button prompts. Thank God. Then we got ourselves Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. We play as Jonathan Morris and Charlotte Urin, I think I remember her name correctly, in fighting vampires in World War II, 1944. You play like you're just going through the castle fighting this evil artist. No, it's not Adolf Hitler. It's not Hitler. When I say evil artist, it's not him. It's another guy. But anyway, this is my favorite Castlevania game on the DS. And this is the only Castlevania DS game whose box I own. Order of Ecclesia, where it's the first time we actually have where we play solely as a female protagonist, Shinoa. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, but instead of traditional weapons, you use glyphs or something, and that's your weapons, and that uses MP. But anyway, this is still a good game. It's also like one of the more harder games in the Castlevania, Metroidvania series. And also, all these games, we got ourselves the Dominus Collection. Where we get to play, where it does have Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, and Order of Ecclesia, and for some reason, a remake of the super hard Haunted Castle arcade game. Yeah, so we got it also includes, like, I think Haunted Castle, I think the original, and Haunted Castle Revisited. And this was the only way I've ever beat that game. Let's see here. See, Jonathan Morris, Charlotte, Shinoa, and Soma Cruz again. Let's see here. Another one. This time, this is on the PS2. No, it ain't Lament of Innocence. I actually hate that game, and I don't consider it an RPG. Like, I only show video games here via this series, games that I actually like and want to recommend. Like, Lament of Innocence, again, I hate that game, and I do not consider it an RPG. Sure, when you whack an enemy with your whip, and you see numbers, but that's not what an RPG make. There's no experience points. That's bullshit. And anyway, this is Castlevania, Curse of Darkness. Takes place like 3 years after Castlevania 3. And you play as a Devil Forge master named Hector. And if you ever seen that Castlevania anime, the first one, you know who Hector is. He came from this game. And also Isaac did, but Isaac was never black. He was a pasty, weird white guy in this. But anyway, this is another good one I like. And finally, like, I don't know where else I would talk about this, but for people who want more Castlevania action, also made by Koji Igarashi, I think I said his name right, or Koji, whatever. Yeah, Koji Igarashi, the pretty much one of the main creators of Castlevania. We got ourselves Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. Essentially, do you like Aria of Sorrow and Dawn of Sorrow? It's essentially this, just it looks a bit more prettier, and instead of monster souls, they're shards. But this is still a great game. Like, I need to replay this good thing. I haven't touched it in years, but I still really like this thing. Anyway, I hoped you liked the raving of a madman. You can actually see me where there's Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger in a Camp Crystal Lake. They're like lounging there. But anyway, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye.